Hello, I am Elihu O'Hara or Specialist O'Hara, and I am currently a student in the Doctorate of Education program with a concentration in educational leadership. In my journey here at Keiser University, I initially started off at a different university, doing a similar program, but a different concentration under Christian leadership. And then as I started working here in the admissions department and got to really learn the programs and meet the staff, things of that nature, it kind of helped with making me want to transition or transfer from the other school that I was attending to Keiser. At the time, the university only offered the PhD in educational leadership, so I did start off with that program. And then once the EDD, right, was a go for it, then I transitioned to the EDD program in order to be able to do an applied doctoral project as a practitioner in education. I've been in higher ed for almost 17 years now. So the ADP option suited me best as opposed to the PhD. Thus, I made the transition to the EDD program from the PhD. It took a lot of communication, right, between family, my employer, my job, things of that nature, and just really like planning. So with most students that I've spoken to, or even, younger battle buddies, as we call them in the Army, I've told them that it's all about kind of just looking at your day and just seeing what you can prioritize to make sure that things are getting accomplished, whether it's being mission ready. So for myself, that would be physical training in the mornings or before the children wake up. And then throughout the day, seeing what I can get done with my job, and then any type of research that needs to be done with school. And then in the evening, understanding it's mostly the priority is fatherhood hat, right? To give my children the attention that they need and that they want, right? And when it comes to playing with dad, and using my wife as needed when it comes to, helping with, the balance of things that need to be done, either around the house or with any type of research, things of that nature. My main motivation is knowing that there is opportunities in higher education that needs to be researched, looked into, and solutions. So that's the main motivation, is knowing like, okay, what can I do to better our industry, and what can I do to help those behind me who may look into this industry. The other aspect in terms of just going forward, knowing that, I have a family and full-time jobs and things of that nature, is just looking at the time that one has in a day and seeing what exactly is feasible to be able to accomplish the mission. And then using the support system, right, as needed, or availability, things of that nature, and just the time that one may have to be able to pursue it. Right? Because at the end of the day, it will take some sacrifice, but just got to go for it in order to achieve that dream of having that doctoral degree, right? And then being able to do what it is that you set out to do, which for me is bettering the enrollment processes for higher ed. The main support that I've received from Keiser obviously included tuition assistance or tuition reimbursement. So that kind of helps financially, of course. Most importantly, having access to faculty and staff, even up to the dean. So I'm one of those people where I have the contact information of all of my professors and the deans, and I know that if I need to schedule a meeting or anything of that nature, that they're open to that communication and allowing me to reach out to them and get the assistance or help that I may require. And the other support is, especially with, having to go to basic training and AIT, which is advanced individual training for the Army. Just knowing that there was like an appreciation that came from it with Keiser, just like knowing that, okay, I'm doing something not just for myself, but also for, the country, serving my country and things of that nature. So there was a sense of gratitude that came forward, and just knowing that the university supported that decision, and knowing that, when I came back, that I'll be able to step right in without missing a beat and, continue to do a good job, right? And also, continue developing in my career here. The advice that I would give anyone looking to go back to school, especially at the master's or doctoral level, is to make sure that you understand the sacrifices that you are willing to make to put forth the time and energy to study and do quality work, right? And then number two, make sure that you have a full support system, because there are times where it does get a little rough, or that intrinsic motivation may start to dim. So by having that external support, they can provide that motivation, or they can provide accountability when things do start to run a little bit low, or you're just not feeling it. That's the best way I can put it. And then worst case scenario, like, understand your options when it comes to burnouts and when it comes to breaks. I am a student who I took a couple terms off throughout the program when I felt I was getting burnt out and I didn't want my grades to suffer. So I had that conversation with my wife. I had that conversation with my boss, talked to financial aid, things of that nature, and made sure that I would be set to be able to do it. And then when I took that little time off, I felt refreshed, right, mentally, and can come back on for the next term and continue to put up quality work towards my education. So that would be my main three things that I would recommend to anybody looking to follow within their higher education for graduate school.